What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dissect That Film Live. I just scared the shit out of Dan, and I am happy about it. What's going on?
Hello. I was commenting on a content creator I follow, and they took their emote away.
Oh no!
Like their Twitch emote away. It's called Taste the Rainbow, and it's a rainbow butt.
That's why.
It's really good.
Oh man. What's going on, everybody in the chat? We got Daniel Collins here. We have the man we just watched for the last 2 hours, Mr. Charlie from Give Me Back My Action horror movies. He just says, start the movie, start the movie. I don't know what movie we're starting, but I'm here to disappoint you. There is no movie tonight.
Wait, what if there is a movie, but they don't know about it? Just say it's an option.
I mean, you could be right. You could be right.
And
we got Doom Generation! Doom Generation. You're the movie. Oh, I'm not that talented. Not that talented. So yeah, thank you for everybody who was hanging out with us over during the YouTube premiere of No Holds Barred, which was a really fun episode. We actually had Rip from No Holds Barred in the episode, so if you missed it, definitely go back and check out the video. This I don't usually recommend the video version of a podcast episode over the audio, because usually most people just listen to the audio version, but seriously, there are parts of the video version you need to see, so do not miss it. It's the same with the Beetlejuice episode, the Beetlejuice episode, because Beetlejuice does show up, so you definitely need to check that out.
I'm gonna retire, by the way. I just want to fucking leave it. Dude, we can cover Hogan movies here. I wanted to see that movie. My cousins always talked about that movie growing up, and I always wanted to watch it, and I never got a chance to, or I never took the time to. And by the time I got old enough, I forgot about it.
We're gonna do, you're gonna watch it because Angela says that she wants to watch it with you, and then we're gonna cover Suburban Commando on the show.
Dude, I always remember the trailer for that movie. I was frozen today.
We got PK from Seismic Cinema in the house. What's going on? Damn time zone. Just about to go to sleep. I'm sorry. This is just like we are people who have children, and so this is the perfect time to do these things, is when most of them are going to sleep. So we apologize. Yeah, time zones suck. Why does the world have to work like that? UK.
Oh, England land. Got it. Yep. That sucks. It is nap time for sure.
Yeah. But thank you very much.
Yes.
For the comment.
Yes. Yeah. No, Dan needs to be on the next one. It was a lot of fun, but there definitely was a missing piece. Anytime when Angela isn't part of an episode, or Dan has to miss an episode, it's always, we're always missing something. I mean, we're still having a good time, but we're missing that missing piece. So
very reluctant of you.
It was a lot of fun, but we missed Dan.
No, who's running the Give You Back right now?
Charlie.
Charlie's very reluctant. He's like, no. Fuck.
Oh, Scotland land.
Yes.
Scotland land.
Sorry, Scotland.
Is it all the same time zone over there? Like Scotland, Ireland, and in the UK? I forgot you were Scotland. My mistake.
I'm sorry. Yes, that's not fair, because I shouldn't say that, because people care about where you're from in the United States. So
yeah, Brave Heartland.
I'm from the Heartland.
I love that movie. I know how inaccurate that movie is. I love that movie. That is a movie I have the funniest story about. When I worked at Walmart, I probably have told this story on the show a long time ago. But
not Harry Potter land.
I worked at Walmart in the electronics department, of course, where they sold the movies. And I get a phone call, and this guy with the thickest Scottish accent goes, "I'm looking for a movie." I'm not going to attempt it because it's going to be awful. And he goes, "I'm looking for a movie." I'm like, "All right, cool." And I'm looking for Braveheart. And I'm like, what? Like, I wanted to be like, no, this is a joke, right? Like, of all movies. All right. We had it. I don't know if the guy came in.
I have no idea. I assume everybody there has to drive a Toyota Highlander. Right? Do they even call them that there? They may not call them that there. I'm sorry.
I probably.
I assume
I don't.
Highlander.
It's just the name of a car.
I'm assuming Highlander, not Highlander, Braveheart is extremely accurate, except though every once in a while when Mel Gibson just says like anti-Semitic comments.
Oh, okay.
And you see the random car in the
right.
background.
There's a random car.
Yeah, there's a random vehicle in the background.
We got Mickey in the house. I like turtles.
I like.
I like
Turtles.
turtles. The Scottish
I like
accent is
turtles.
a very sexy accent.
I like trains.
Very sexy. I am looking forward to the day I get to take a trip over there, because that is definitely somewhere I want to explore. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of territory.
Yes, it's a place.
It's a place. It's part of a country. It's part of the UK.
They probably want to move too, so it's fine. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything that goes on over there.
There can only be one, Dan. There can only be one.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
I don't know if I can handle another one.
Oh, we were having a roll today at work. Good Lord. I was harassed the fuck out of my employees. It was terrible.
Isn't that kind of like what you're supposed to do? Like,
I was going to say, isn't that a daily basis?
Appropriate manner, right?
Yeah, I mean, nobody's like pinching asses or nothing. Listen,
Oh, that's only at my job.
nobody's
me.
Nobody's gonna know what this is. But I let them listen to the aristocrat joke today at work. Hilarious.
Is that the Bob Saget one?
No, I don't know.
Actually, I think there's a bunch
Honestly, I
of
don't
comedians
know.
who do that joke.
There might be.
Yeah.
If it's the same one if it's the same one I watch. I just don't see Bob Saget doing the one I watch. Maybe. I don't know.
I think it is.
Okay.
I don't know if
I'm
Bob.
gonna go listen
I
to
think multiple comics do the joke. There's like different parts of that joke. I haven't heard it in a very long time. Highlander is a franchise you should cover. I remember the first one, and I remember the others not being very good. So that's when I'm thinking about like franchises that have sequels, and then the sequels are just drastically worse than the original. I feel like that's something we would do. Like, if you guys wanted it over on Patreon, maybe we'll do like smaller episodes that'll just be exclusive to Patreon, because I just don't see those doing well. Like, I think if we covered Highlander, and like, I don't know if Highlander 2 is a popular one, but like, I'm thinking of franchises where like we're doing all of the Underworld movies, and I feel like there's only 5 of them, and I feel like you have the first one is probably the most popular one, and then they probably start to drop down, but they're not like such a drastic drop, because at least Kate Beckinsale is in pretty much all of them. So at least you have some consistency there, where Highlander, I don't think Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery are in every single one. I think they're just in the first 2.
I just figured it was just in the first.
I don't know.
Because I think, isn't there 4? I think there's 4 of them, and then there's a TV show. Yeah.
Yeah. My grandma liked it. That's all I know.
But yeah, that's an idea. Like, we've talked about it before. Like, we covered Anaconda like a few years ago. We covered Lake Placid a few years ago, and there are a lot of sequels for each series, but they drastically just drop off after that first one. So like, that would be something, I think, if Patreon wanted it, or if we just started a series where we just kind of did smaller reviews over there, that's what we do. Because I just don't think if we covered Lake Placid 3 or Lake Placid whatever, that people are going to be clamoring to listen to that.
I want to cover the Scorpion King.
I'm not opposed to it.
I had a question for the people here. If the Scorpion, in an alternate reality, so we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the Scorpion King as the Scorpion, not the movie, as the Scorpion King turns into a human scorpion hybrid. If there was an alternate reality where that role was instead played by Hulk Hogan, what creature would he turn into?
I don't know. That's a
great question.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
But why? A python? Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I the thing is, I don't hate The Rock. I'm kind of just tired of him. I'm just like, every time I see a new movie with him in it, I'm just like, oh, there it is again. Just The Rock being The Rock. It's just, he doesn't really bring anything new to anything he does anymore. Like, I feel like he has more fun going back and doing wrestling matches or being part of John Cena's heel turn that everybody is losing their damn minds about. He seems to be having more fun with that than he is any of the last like 3 or 4 roles that I've seen him in. Like that Santa movie he was in, that Red, whatever the hell it was.
Red One.
Dude, he was half asleep that entire movie. He really was. And you have J.K. Simmons in your movie, and you're gonna like sideline him the entire time. But yeah, I gotta watch The Rock just be like this the entire time. The best part of that movie, spoiler alert, is when he gets bitch slapped by Krampus. It's the best. Legit. Just God. Yep. I was like,
oh, I should have worn my Krampus shirt.
It was wonderful.
I love Krampus.
He is the final boss now in wrestling.
He is. He really is.
Yes. I mean, dude, I loved watching movies with The Rock, like back in, from like Scorpion King days all the way to like mid 2000s. Like he was fun. Like he just, any role he did, it was good time. Like I remember watching, anybody here remember Gridiron Gang? It was like a football movie he did with Exhibit. Remember Exhibit? Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I know what movie.
Walking Tall. Yeah.
Walking Tall was good.
What was the other one? Walking Tall. Was that the one where he carried around a 2x4?
Yeah,
or a 4x4
poster.
And then what was the one where he was with Sean William Scott in the jungle? Rundown. That was a good one too. That's a good one too. But then he was in a terrible sequel to Get Shorty, which is a movie I want to cover because
Get Rocky.
Have you ever seen Get Shorty? Have you either of you seen that movie?
No idea. I know of it, but I've never seen it.
I thought I did. Oh yeah. So Get Shorty, it was a Barry Sonnenfeld movie that has John Travolta, Gene Hackman, Rene Russo, Danny DeVito. It's got a stack cast. It's pretty much the mob in Hollywood.
Okay.
And the reason I want to cover it is because, of course, for anyone who hasn't heard, Gene Hackman passed away a few days ago. And this is one of my favorite Gene Hackman roles. And so I would like to very soon cover something to kind of pay tribute to him.
What was the movie Seth and I were talking about that's only good because Gene Hackman's in it? Enemy of the State.
Oh, that's the one with Will Smith, isn't it?
Yep, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Will Smith's okay in it. Like, it's a decent film, but Gene Hackman, like, really makes the movie.
Gene Hackman is just, I mean, he was phenomenal in pretty much everything he did. For any, today, actually, was I was on a podcast. A podcast episode was released that I guested on. And
sorry,
I always forget. I apologize, Corey. I forget what your podcast name is, so I got to look that up real quick. He just shared it.
Rockin' Ass with Corey?
No.
Okay, it was close, right?
Yeah, it was close. you were almost there.
So close.
Oh, The Power of Positive Geeking. That's the name of the podcast. And I was over there talking about Crimson Tide, which was a Gene Hackman, Denzel Washington submarine movie. Really good. Tony Scott directed it. So if you want to listen to me geek out about Crimson Tide with Corey Morissette, who is a wonderful, wonderful podcaster and one of our patrons on patreon.com/dissect that film, go check it out. I'll throw the link in the description of this live stream once it's done. Birdcage is hilarious. I love Birdcage. The only reason I was thinking Get Shorty, because Get Shorty is actually came out in 95, so it means it would be his 30th anniversary this year. And it's another Barry Sonnenfeld movie. We've already covered 2 of his movies with Addams Family and Men in Black.
Oh, Men in Black's good stuff.
So, yeah, we got to cover the sequels of those. Men in Black 2, where it just just took a nosedive. But hey, I like 3. International, that doesn't exist. So,
nope.
We're already a month through season 3, which is exciting. Time flies when you're having a good time, as we would always say. And so I figured we would go through and let you know how everything kind of went for that first month. We released 6 episodes, 4 core show episodes, 1 former Patreon Monster Zone, and then a brand new Monster Zone. So the first episode, of course, of the season was our Alien Romulus episode with Charlie and Anna from Give Me Back My Action horror movies. And it kicked ass. It kicked a lot of ass. It was the #1 episode of the month, so applaud that. But the other episodes are doing great. They're actually we're seeing a lot of great things going on over there. Alligator 2 just hit 100 downloads, which is fucking cool. We did that with the guys from Movie Dumpster. My Bloody Valentine is like right on the cusp of hitting 100 downloads. We did that with official Joey C. And then next week he's back again. This might be the first season where we've had the same guests back so soon, but it's just
probably
sometimes that's just how it goes, and we have a blast. And we released the Black Scorpion, which was our Patreon. It was recorded 2 years ago for Patreon, and then I'm slowly re-releasing them every month. Those old Patreon ones. So we did the Black Scorpion from 1957, and then we did Ape from 1976 with our brand new co-host Mikey. So that was yes, seriously. For anyone who's kind of not aware, I feel like most everybody who is currently in the chat know about this show, but we have another show. Like, we have the Dissect That Film podcast, which is our main show, the one we've been doing for the last 4 years. But 2 years ago, we started the Monster Zone, which was an idea from Dan and Angela. So it is their show. They host it. And we literally spin a wheel. We talk, and whatever movie it lands on, that's the movie we're covering. And so it's a lot of fun because we're not just coming and being like, we're going to cover this movie this month. We literally let a wheel decide what we're doing. And so it could be anything. And then, of course, now we have 4 hosts on the show. So now it's just like anytime there's any movie that we can think of to add to the wheel, we do it. And it's up to the wheel to decide which one we're going to be breaking down. And this month was Ape, which was a King Kong ripoff from 1976. Yep. But the thing is, it's like, we notice that people may not be super interested in these movies, or maybe it's just something that seems a little different than what we normally do. But seriously, it's a lot of fun. Even if you don't give a shit about the movie, just listen to our conversations about it. We break down the plots like we do on the regular show, and we have a great time. Like, talking about Ape was a blast. And
oh yeah, it was.
And we're going to be continuing to do it as we go. This month, actually this coming Monday, I'm going to be releasing the Beginning of the End episode, which we recorded a couple years ago. The Peter Graves, Burt I. Gordon giant insect movie. We love Burt I. Gordon over here. Burt I. Gordon. Yep. For one, we love Burt I. Gordon because he created some classic schlocky monster movies. And 2, I share a birthday with Burt I. Gordon, which was always cool. I literally forgot that was a fact until I was re-listening to the episode as I was fixing some stuff before I release it on Monday. Nice. That was a pretty cool fact. And then the second episode of the month will be our Attack of the Giant Leeches episode, which will be the newer episode that we'll be doing with like I said, we have a new co-host, Mikey, or at Spectre M91 on social media. Wonderful artist, And he also does shows with Dustin from the Flicks and Friends podcast. So yeah, you could check him out on all those things. The links for him will be down below, or any of the episodes. Or if you actually check out our Ape episode, all of his links are there as well. But yeah, like I said, our second episode is on Attack of the Giant Leeches, which I just bought this cool double pack of Night of the Blood Beast, which I guess had a newly restored 4K scan from 35mm archival elements. And then there was a new HD print of Attack of the Giant Leeches. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to buy it.
You're a brave man. I still need to go buy a copy of...
Oh, no.
RIP. You good?
Beetlejuice is down.
Oh, no.
No.
I need to go buy a copy of Horror... Oh, wait. Was it Horror at Party Beach?
Yeah.
I want the hot dog monsters.
Yes.
I want all that Heinz all over my face.
I got to go through and buy some of the ones that I really liked. Like I just saw Black Scorpion had a pretty inexpensive Blu-ray that I might snag.
Jaws Cup.
I will not be buying that stupid Loch Ness horror shit. That shit belongs in the trash. I can't wait to re-release that episode. I can't wait for people to listen to us absolutely destroy that movie. If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah. Quote unquote film. They made something, that's for sure.
So the plan is, and I know this is gonna probably just adds more to my plate, but it's fine. It's a minimal thing. We are waiting on a new logo, a finalized logo for the Monster Zone, and once that is put into effect, I am most likely going to start just an Instagram account for the Monster Zone for right now. Because if I try to make an account on every goddamn social media, it's just too much. I got to keep track of all the Dissect That Film ones, and trying to do the Monster Zone would be a problem. So I'm just going to start a Monster Zone Instagram to kind of try to see if we can branch out and get more people to come listen to the show, because it's all on the Dissect That Film feed. So I don't want to... I just don't want to be running two different podcasts. It's just too much for me right now. So that's the plan. So yeah, please listen to the Monster Zone. It's a great show. We have a lot of fun doing it. And
you might find something fun, something new you didn't know you were interested in.
Right. And I know it's newer. It's something that we just started putting out there to everybody. So I know that sometimes things take a little bit of time to kind of build up. To kind of equal something that's pushing 200 episodes, like the regular show. So, we got time. We ain't going anywhere. We're not going to be stopping it. Like I said, at the start of the season, we're having fun here. And that's what our main focus is just having a good time. All right. Sorry, I've been talking and I missed some of the chat. Fast 5 is his best Fast and Furious. That is true. I actually, my son went through a bunch of them and I literally pointed that out. Hobbs and Shaw, I haven't seen it yet. Quick and the Dead, great movie. Favorite Gene movie is Uncommon Valor. I don't know if I've heard of that one. That's it. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard of that one. Tell us how you really feel. Well, let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm disappointed in everybody here that nobody said Ants.
Like the animated one? The weird one that came out at the same time as Bugs Life?
Yep, 100%.
Hey, that was
Gene Hackman did. That's right.
Yeah, he plays Mandible. Yep.
All right. Yeah.
That's a good movie. I love that movie. It's shit, but I love that
We
movie.
need to watch that tomorrow.
What?
We need to watch that tomorrow.
I thought we were watching something else tomorrow.
Oh, we can watch that too.
Okay. We're watching both ends.
I mean, literally.
I'm forcing to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying the fact that I'm probably gonna watch the Attack of the Giant Leeches movie probably more than once is pretty uncommon for me. Because usually, even for the regular show, I watch a movie once before we record.
You should just watch the MST3K version, then watch the regular one.
That's true. That's what I'm gonna do. If it's on Tubi, I'm gonna do that. Probably.
Surely.
It probably is.
Surely.
Lex Luthor, yeah, I mean, like I said, Gene Hackman was a Hollywood legend. Like, he literally, any role, like, I think I talk about it on the Crimson Tide episode. His last film role was in a movie called Welcome to Mooseport, which was him and Ray Romano. It was not a good movie, but Gene Hackman, still a highlight of that movie, even though it was bad.
I'm just going to agree with you. I have no idea. I've never even heard of that movie. Doesn't mean nothing.
I think a lot of people try to forget that movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny connection, though, is I was just talking about Get Shorty. Ray Romano was actually in the television version of that.
Television version?
Yeah, there was a TV show of Get Shorty. I think it went 2 seasons. And Ray Romano was one of the main characters of the show.
Interesting.
And Gene Hackman was one of the main characters of the movie. And they worked together in Gene Hackman's last movie, which was in 2004.
What movie was this?
Welcome to Mooseport.
Oh, that was
his last movie. Yeah.
So he retired about 20 years before he passed away.
I mean, yeah, he was 75, I think, at the time. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I think it's one of those things where, like, when people found out he died, I think if it was just like he had died of natural causes or however, if it was something not as weird as what the stories are coming out about, like, I don't want to get like too into it, but like, he was 95. If he had just like died of natural causes, like, it's super sad, but it's like 95. I'd be surprised if I even make it even close to that. Like, that's a hell of a fucking achievement right there. Like, like he had the little ding, like a fucking Xbox achievement that like showed up, like
100%.
95. Like, Jesus. But the fact that there's all these weird things going, like the fact his wife died and a dog died and like all this shit, I'm like,
yeah,
it just is weird as hell, and like no one really knows what the fuck happened. It's baffling. It really is. So we had a great month. Like, February, great month. Thank you to everyone who listens to the show, downloads the show, shares the show. We really appreciate all the support that you give to the show. Everyone that's in the chat right now, big supporters. Pretty much everyone, I think everyone in the chat right now is in our Discord. If you want to join our Discord, which is a lot of fun, there's a lot of channels over there. I let you, literally, you guys run wild over there. Just join our join our Patreon. And before you guys go, but I have to spend money to join your Discord? No, you do not. You do have to go to our Patreon and join at the free tier at least to get that sweet Discord link. But it just helps. It's just an easier way to kind of help make sure, like, good people are going to be joining that aren't going to cause issues. I like to be able to know, who we got in there. And it's been a lot of fun. We got a lot of channels in there. We literally have everything that has to do with the podcast, of course, but we also have things for you guys to share between physical media, toys, comics. There's probably other stuff that we're going to add down the line. We have a Magic the Gathering section because Dan hosts a Magic the Gathering podcast.
I do.
So we definitely want to see some more of that, some love over there for that. We got video games, talking about video games. We got a section for like what you guys been watching, for movies, TV shows, anything. We got things about what are you guys listening to, music wise, podcast wise. And then, of course, if you're a podcaster or you do content creation of any kind, you guys can promote your shit in there. We're not going to, and we want to, you're supporting us, but we also want to support you. That's kind of what the Discord is all about. It's not just about Dissect That Film. We do a lot of the stuff over there. Like, we do promote the shit out of the show over there, but we let you promote your stuff. And, because we want to see you guys succeed while you're helping us succeed. I think that's how you kind of create a great, community, which is something we strive for. We want to have, seeing a lot of these other podcasts with these great communities surrounding them, that's something we want. And I think we have the start of something great. And even 4 years in, I think it's still growing. So We appreciate seriously everything that you guys, everybody, does over there. They started screening after I got in. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to. Cause
Yeah. So yeah, we do have people who aren't patrons that are in the Discord, but that's because they're on the show. And if you're a guest on the show, you automatically join the Patreon or the Discord because that's how we record our episodes. That's how we do our video calls. That's how we're doing our live stream right now. Because it's free, and I like free things. Because guess what? Things are just going to get more expensive.
Yep, and it's probably the one that's worked the best for us out of
it really
most
has.
of our other options.
The only downfall of doing a recording on Discord for anyone who is, who does recordings, with a lot of these other programs, you can actually record separate audio files. So when we would record, you get a separate audio file for Dan and Angela, I'd get a separate one for me, get a separate one for our guest, and it was easier to do audio levels so that everybody was kind of the same audio level. But so with Discord, because we're doing it up through Discord and I do it through OBS, it's all coming out of the same audio file. So it's kind of, I have to do a little bit more work, but usually it's not too bad. Sometimes it's a little tough, and sometimes the audio levels may be a little off, but I think they sound good. I wouldn't release something if I think it sounded like shit. I would. I will apologize for future. I will apologize for future Monster Zone episodes because there are Monster Zone episodes that my audio sounded like ass, or like I know that our early episodes, Dan and Angela had a different mic, not the ones that they're currently using.
Did.
So like the audio may be a little weird. So I'll make sure to put that in the descriptions. Like, listen, this was recorded 2 years ago, so don't judge us or ask why do you guys sound so drastically different between 2 episodes in the same month. Well, that is the reason why. Yeah, well, we don't use it to record. We just use it for our video calls. I use OBS to record the show, which is a program I've used for the last since 2019 when I started streaming.
It works, man.
It works, yeah. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna be doing in March. Our first episode, which you guys already saw the premiere for, is No Holds Barred, the Hulk Hogan movie from 1989. We had Charlie from Give Me Back My action horror movies. He's also on B Action. He's also on the Action Elite. He's also on another show I can't remember at the top of my head. He's on so many goddamn
every
shows.
show.
He's on all of them. He's on all of them. He's on
my
like
show,
Dustin.
and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, he's just peeking behind.
He just slides me a card.
Yeah.
Hey, go, dude.
That's free real estate.
yes.
So
Called ramping in Magic.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, he joined us, and also Rip from No Holds Barred popped in for a little bit during the episode. So you can't miss the video version of that episode. But yeah, that's our first episode of March. And then next week is St. Patrick's Day weekend. So official Joey C joined us to talk about Leprechaun 3, which was a wild one, to say the least. It's always wild when we have Joey on the show. And then the last 2 episodes of the month are going to be Underworld related. We're going to be actually hopping into the Underworld series, which won a poll like 3 weeks ago. And we're going to be starting with Underworlds from 2003, and then whatever the second one is. I don't even know all the names to the Underworld movies. I think it's Awakening. I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure.
Is one of them Revenge or Resurrection? I'm just kidding. What
did I do with it? Where are you? I don't know. It's somewhere. I probably should find it since I have to actually use it to watch something. Oh, it's right here.
Nonsense.
All right, so here are all the names of all the different Underworld movies. So we have Underworld, then we have Underworld Evolution, Underworld Rise of the Lycans, which I think is a prequel. Then there's Underworld Awakening, and then Underworld Blood Wars.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing Underworld and Underworld Evolution will be the last 2 episodes of March. And I'm going to be watching the extended cut of Underworld because that's the version that's on this awesome 5-disc collection set.
I'm extended cut just thinking about it.
So yeah, very excited. Oh, you want to know some great news? You want to know some great news?
Please.
And I know there'll be people in the chat who are going to get upset about this because we all know, you guys all know how I feel about Paul W.S. Anderson. I think he sucks.
Oh, fuck.
His new movie is coming out, and I've seen reviews on it. Paul W.S. Anderson is not a good filmmaker. Stop letting him make these fucking movies, okay?
What movie is it?
I can't remember what it's called, but it looks. But
I'm looking it up right now.
It's got his wife in it, and then it's got Dave Bautista, which I'm like, I like Dave Bautista, and it's based on a George R.R. Martin book. But I literally saw like 3. I'm gonna watch it out of. I'm the guy who, even if I think something looks like shit, I'm still gonna probably watch it just so I could, because I want to be proven wrong. I really do. I really want to watch a Paul W.S. Anderson movie and go, you know what? Maybe he isn't that bad. But from what I've read from a few of the reviews, it's not good. It's not good. But what do you expect? What do you expect? All right.
The Land of the Lost?
That's
in the Lost Lands. In the Lost Lands.
Yeah. So.
Dude, he's making a House of the Dead.
Okay, Charlie.
Please tell me no.
I have stated. Yeah, I've heard that's a thing, but because we don't already have a bad version of that. Okay, Charlie. I have stated many times before. Stop yelling at me. I'm about to explain. I have stated before that he does have a couple good movies in there, Mortal Kombat and Event Horizon. Resident Evil is off that list because I gave it another chance when we covered it over on Flicks and Friends. Still don't like that movie. I will say Death Race is good. I will say Death Race is a good, fun movie. And that's about it when it comes to Paul W.S. Anderson. I think Alien vs. Predator is not good. And I don't think any of the Resident Evils are good. I don't think any of them are good. I remember liking the first one because I watched it so many times when it first came out growing up. The first Resident Evil was like, it was fun, right? We watched it again for Flicks and Friends because Dustin wanted to torture me. And after a rewatch, it's not good. It's just not good. Why are we doing this? Stop fucking with video games, okay?
It does suck.
He did it with Monster Hunter, too. But I will give Mortal Kombat, Event Horizon, and I'll even say Death Race. That's top 3 Paul W.S. Anderson. I'm not even going to put them in order. I think probably for Event Horizon is probably my number 1 because that movie fucking rules. That movie is crazy.
I think I know what movie I want. I know what video game movie I want Paul W.S. Anderson to make.
All right, hit me.
It'll never be good no matter who makes it, but I want him to make Altered Beast.
Oh my God.
That's a movie.
Well, he did Mortal Kombat, so. Yeah.
Dude, it's just make it. It's never going to be good, and I will go watch it.
Listen, these are just for, people can get mad at me. I will never. I think for me, it's more a gag now. Like I truly don't think he's a good filmmaker. That's just my opinion, though. Seriously, if you like his movies, and Daniel, I 100% agree. If you aren't a gamer and you don't have that history with Resident Evil, I think you could probably enjoy those movies more because you don't have that history with it. Like Dan has the history with it. I have history with it. Angela, are you did you play Resident Evil growing up? Like I don't remember. Or just
I've watched
watching him. Okay.
Play it, and I've watched him play.
Okay,
and
so
five.
Together.
So yeah, we all have history with the games. So when we're watching these movies and they're just shitting all over them, and also it's not even just the fact that they're shitting on the games. The cinematography as they go along just gets worse and worse. No joke. I mean, you can go back and listen to the episodes on when I covered the entire series. I got nauseous watching a certain scene in the final chapter because it was so poorly done. So Paul W.S. Anderson, not a good filmmaker, and I'm not surprised his movie is not getting good reviews. But to be honest, I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to make a good movie. I don't set out to hate filmmakers or want them to make shit movies, you know. But
oh yeah,
you know, it could be all different things. It could be studio meddling. I don't know. I didn't look that deep into it, but the thing is he is the action version of Rob Zombie. He has to make sure his wife's in his movies, which Milla Jovovich, she's not terrible. She's not a terrible actress. She has her moments, but I feel like she is playing Alice in a lot of stuff now. Like she's just being Alice again and again and again, even when it's not Resident Evil. Like her early stuff before she got with him, that's where she was great. Like Dazed and Confused. What's that?
Multipass.
Yes.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Yeah, I knew that.
Good stuff.
I was just my brain just had a fog for a second. So
it's when I talk, I do that to people. I'm sorry. I project.
So yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. It's the same with, I think, like Zack Snyder, for instance. Like people, of course, right now, Zack Snyder is like, you have the Snyder Bros who are just so up his ass about everything, and then you have people like me who just go, I like some of his movies. Like I don't think they're all shit. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is a Zack Snyder movie, which is Watchmen. I love Watchmen.
Good
and
good stuff.
I enjoy 300. I don't think it holds up like it used to. I love his version of Dawn of the Dead. Dan doesn't, but I do. Like he has good movies, but he just is like, I think once he entered the DC universe, it all just went downhill. He got into and then of course he had a really traumatic, life-changing moment happen with him, and I think that kind of fucked with him. I think his daughter passed away while they were doing Justice League, and I think that fucked with him. So, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't set out to like hate people, like hate filmmakers or whatever, unless they're trash human beings. Same with actors. Like if you're a trash human being, I'm gonna hate you.
Fair.
So, yeah, all the abs. Yes, all the oiled up abs.
100%, all of them.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go. There's my small Paul W.S. Anderson rant. I just had to bring that up because I saw one review and I had to comment on that. I didn't even know what page it was. I think I just saw it was like Land of the whatever the hell the movie's called is terrible, and I was like, huh, surprising.
In the Lost Lands. What is this?
I don't know. It kind of sucks because like you want to see people succeed, right? Like he's making just mediocre to bad movies, and then like his daughter was in that Peter and Wendy movie, the Peter Pan live action remake. That movie was awful, and not because of her, but it was just awful. And it sucks that like she's involved in it. And like, oh god, hopefully whatever your dad's got didn't pass on to you.
Yeah, hopefully it's not contagious.
Yeah,
or genetic. Fuck.
I hope the best for all involved, even you, Paul W.S. Anderson. We'll always have a feud. I always run up the gag about how much I dislike you. I don't dislike you as a person. I dislike you as a filmmaker.
You'd probably hate him if you met him in real life, because that would linger over you the whole time. You just would ask him, why are you?
It would be so awkward. I wouldn't know what to do because I feel like I'd have to play up some sort of joke, or I would have or I'd just be the fakest fucking person whenever I'd meet him. I love you, man. You signed my Resident Evil.
All right, now let me tell you why the thing you just signed is absolute garbage.
He signs it. I just tell him to keep it.
You could keep it.
It's for you. Is he the younger U-Ball? No, no one can be as bad as U-Ball. Unless
we'll find out, because Uwe Boll made the original House of the Dead movie.
That's what I'm saying.
So if Paul W.S. Anderson's is somehow worse, which I would be fucking shocked. Yeah, we'll find out.
It's gonna be interesting.
Dick measuring competition.
I'm trying to think.
I got an idea.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because House of the Dead is essentially, you could say, a Resident Evil adjacent project. I think it was made post Resident Evil coming out, right?
Mhm.
So this is the way he could do his goofy bullshit with his wife in it, and nobody's gonna give a fuck because nobody except for like 2 people really love House of the Dead. Like you can like House of the Dead, but like people who really love the fan base is like 2 people. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Prove me wrong, internet.
Hey,
And you can't make. I will look if you make more than one account under the same person. Don't bullshit me.
You know what's funny is we're talking about Paul W.S. Anderson. So like Paul W.S. Anderson and Mila Jovovich weren't married when they made the first one. I don't even think they were together. I think they actually met while they were doing that movie and then got together, and rest is history.
Butt stuff.
We're literally going to be talking about a series that's very similar in tone to the Resident Evil movies, but with vampires, that has the same thing. Kate Beckinsale was married to the director of the majority of these Underworld movies, at least the first 2. Because he directed, what was his name? Len Wiseman? Yeah. So she was married to the director, I think after the first one. So it's kind of a similar take. Will it be better than the Resident Evil movies? I don't know. I think I've only seen the first 2. So it should be interesting.
I've been so long. I think my brother liked him, but I don't know.
I've only watched the Blood Rain movies. I forgot he did the Blood Rain movie.
Who did?
Ooh, ball.
Fuck. Okay, hey. Speaking of that, random aside, but relevant. When I was at the class last week, right? Some dude, while we were building containment, I look over and notice on his neck he has the Blood Rain icon, like with the 2 tits and the spike between it.
Huh.
The O's.
Interesting.
100%. I was like, Blood Rain. Like it didn't have the name, it just had the symbol. I just knew what it was because I was around at the time. But I've never played the games. I've never watched the movie. I just know what it's about. But Underworld's probably better, I assume.
Kate was also married to the guy that played Lucian. I don't even know who played Lucian. All I know is that Scott Speedman is in Underworld.
Oh, fuck, dude. Son of a bitch.
He's
what was
back,
the last
baby.
movie we covered with him in?
The Strangers.
That's it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Speedman.
Speedman.
Maybe he won't shoot. Maybe he doesn't shoot his friend in this one.
In the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, probably 100% awkward. I know that. I mean, Kate Beckinsale. No offense to her, she was dating dudes like every 2 weeks. I swear to God, it'd be a new Pete Davidson is an ex of hers, which is like so weird to think about. I like Pete Davidson. I think he's funny, but like imagining him with her is like what? Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's look up Kate Beckinsale.
Opposites attract, I guess.
Who's she currently with right now?
How long is the list is what I want to know.
Let's see.
The list.
Are we talking about like 6 to 7 people, or are we talking about like the town bicycle? Like how many?
Well, the crazy thing is that Kate Beckinsale has a kid, and the father is Michael Sheen.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, and she was married to Wiseman from 2004 to 2019. So she was married to him for a while.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she was in the Total Recall remake.
What, Colin Farrell?
Yes.
Wasn't he in that?
So yeah, she dated Pete Davidson. But let's see. Let's see.
Oh, Michael Sheen is Lucian.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. There you go. See, I knew she was with Michael Sheen. I just didn't know he played Lucian. Wait, is he in the Underworld movies?
The Werewolf League? Oh, okay.
Oh, shit, he is.
Okay. I don't know, dude. I don't keep up with his stuff.
Hey, Bill Nighy is in. Oh, shit.
That was forever ago.
Shit. The funny thing is that Michael Sheen plays a Lycan, which is werewolf, in the Underworld series, and he played a vampire in the Twilight series.
You can't. That's double dipping. You can't do that shit. It's against the rules.
What are you talking about? Kate Beckinsale, I think the same year that Underworld came out is when Van Helsing came out. Where Van Helsing, she fights vampires, and then in Underworld, she is a vampire.
Well, that's why she's labeled as a whore now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
You label her that. I don't think she's labeled that. I guess, vampires and lichens can have babies together in some worlds.
And spoiler alert, she does get killed by a werewolf in Van Helsing. Just saying. Doesn't she?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Damn, Daniel. Sorry.
Oh, she is currently dating. Have you guys heard of Matt Rife? He's a comedian.
He's the comedian that I show you.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
What? Really?
supposedly, she is dating him right now, or they just broke up.
What's the age gap?
21. Wait, how old
I
is
was gonna
Matt
say
Rife?
he's not. He's hilarious though.
He is funny.
I didn't think he was.
Oh, this was back in
older than
20. This was
20-something.
2017.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
I
a
was gonna
while
say,
ago.
I didn't think
Yeah,
he
that's
was,
crazy. Like I guess at the time he was 21. She's 51. So, yeah.
Shit.
Age gap.
Hey, whatever.
Well,
It's fine, dude. People do what they want to do.
Yeah.
My mom's
Yeah.
dad was dating a lady that was like 40 years younger than him, so whatever. Let him do.
I remember watching videos of him when he was like super small, and now he's like one of the biggest comedians in the world right now.
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see him. He has great
He works the
Delivery.
crowd well.
crowd.
Yes.
Yeah, he has great.
My
crowd
brother,
work.
my brother saw him last year. Yeah. So.
Did he say anything about his fridge?
The fridge.
Actually, I think
Wait
he
a
might. I think he might have a fridge in his current room. So I don't know.
Oh,
it's like a mini,
shit.
like a mini fridge or
That one
something.
right here.
I know. And you got those
Yeah.
bright orange cheese puffs that
Hey, get
I
those
just
over here.
want. I want them so bad, and I'm glad they're on your side because I'm trying to lose some weight, and that would definitely not help.
How's the bike
same.
going?
So
It's great. I've biked 10 miles a day for the last
Good
almost a week
job,
now.
dude.
Well, I took a day off
If-
because my legs I needed a recovery time. But for like 5 days, I've biked 10 miles.
if
A
our
day.
That's good.
our bike had a better seat on it, I probably could,
After
like-
like when you get to like 5-6 miles, my ass is like screaming.
Okay, so our bike seat is like this wide. My hips are a little bit wider than that. And it doesn't feel very good. I have to push on the handles just to keep myself on it. Otherwise, I'm like,
Yeah, they're not the best
Sir,
design.
you are not supposed to be eating right now.
That's okay. We're towards the end here.
What's he gonna do?
Um,
What are we gonna do?
What do we do? What are we doing?
You're-
I don't know. What
you're
else do we
not-
got to do here? What else you guys want to hear us say? We talked about last month. We talked about what you guys are
Words.
getting this month. Did we talked about Monster Zone for this month, right? What you guys are getting?
We did.
Right?
Yep,
Okay.
we covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think we mentioned. Did I mention new logo for Monster Zone? I think I mentioned
Yep.
that that's going to be
Yep.
coming at some point. Just waiting on. Mikey is actually working on it, so just waiting on him to put the finishing touches on it and
I'm just gonna pose with it.
give me a go to for when we can fully put it out there. Yeah, so if you want to follow everything we do and keep in touch with everybody, make sure to go to patreon.com/dissect that film, and you can join at the free tier and
Good.
join our Discord. Seriously, it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Great conversations over there. Just hanging out, having a good time, supporting each other, showing off our collections, physical media wise, toys wise, comics, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. I think what I'm gonna try to do is plan some different things to do during our live streams instead of just kind of sitting here and jabbing about numbers that probably most people don't give a shit about. But I just want to
football.
fantasy football.
I don't know.
Hey, this time we did talk about a lot of stuff. So.
Oh, I might as well share it here. So tomorrow our No Holds Bar episode drops. We're actually going to be. I'm going to be setting up a contest. I'm working alongside Charlie. We're going to be doing a contest for a Rip'em shirt. So all I have to do is try to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with this contest and how I'm going to work it, and then I'm going to let Charlie do the rest of it because his wife is going to be the one making the shirt. So I have the picture of the shirt. I'm going to be making a post probably tomorrow or over the weekend, and then hopefully I'll have something kind of set in stone, and then you guys will be able to win a Rip'em shirt, a shirt that say it. I don't know, Charlie. Can Angela enter?
If not, I'll just make my own.
But yeah, we got a lot of cool things. We've been having a lot of cool conversations about like things that we want to change, especially like merch wise. We're not going to get too in depth with it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, when you get done, I do have something I want to say.
Yeah. Anyone? Okay, I'm not going to enter it because I don't want to do that. Angela can enter.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna brainstorm, try to figure out what the best way of doing this contest is, and then I mean, worst comes to worst, it could just be, we'll post the episode or post the thing. You guys comment on it. I'll enter your username in a wheel and just do a wheel spin. Worst comes to worst. And yeah, that's about it. We want to get you guys more involved. We want to give back to you guys. Charlie, I'm going to give all the credit to Charlie. Charlie was the one who actually came up with the idea of doing this contest. So thank you, Charlie. Charlie is an unofficial member of Dissect That Film. Anyone who really helps us out, you become an unofficial member of the show. You're not back here. Yeah, you're not here, doing the show every week, but you're behind the scenes helping us out with anything we need, and we appreciate that. Yes.
I found my socks yesterday.
He helped you find your what?
My socks. They were under my bed. I didn't even know.
Is that where he lives? Is that where he lives?
He comes and goes.
I found it. You're looking at that. It's like, I haven't seen this in 10 years.
What's that one movie from our youth where like the monster guy lived under your bed?
Little Monsters?
That's it. That's the one.
One with Howie Mandel?
Yeah, that's the one.
I sleep with my feet covered so nothing touches me from under the bed. Just saying.
He's our Howie Mandel.
But yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
You got something?
I got one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Just going to shout out, because I don't know if we really mentioned it much, but we have a couple times. I know you have on social media. But last week, a little over a week, I was on Remember the Game.
That's right. Remember the Game. I knew I was forgetting something. Yes. Yeah. Dan was on Remember the Game, which is the #1 gaming podcast in Canada. And Adam Blank, who is the host of the show, he has been on our show before to talk about 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nope. Dan, see, you guys talked about him being on twice. He wasn't on the Ghostbusters episode. Remember, he couldn't make it.
That cocksucker.
So it was just us.
I gave him false valor. That piece of shit.
That's okay. That's all right. I was listening. I was listening going, was he on? I don't think you, but it was whatever. But guess what? Because you were on that show, we have gotten, I think our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode is like our 5th highest downloaded thing right now, because people are coming over and showing some love on that episode, and awesome, because it was our #1 episode of 2024, and 2, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for Christ's sake. Fucking an amazing movie that needs to be experienced.
Yeah, and it was fun. So you go check it out. We talked about Mega Man 7. We had a good time. I'm a big Mega Man guy. He's a big Mega Man guy. And random aside, I got a comment on my shitty ass fucking podcast that some dude said I came over here from Remember the Game.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was excited. I don't give a fuck. I want that one guy. Hang out. Come on.
Wait. They commented on what? On your MTG?
Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my for my
that's
MTG
awesome.
Show. He's like, I came over here because Adam Blank.
Dan didn't want to tell me he was doing this, or he had talked to me about starting a podcast, and then he was like, I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon, and then drops it like 2 days later and doesn't say anything to me. I literally had to see Angela share something, and then I go, is this Dan's podcast?
I wasn't allowed to share that it was his. He's like, I don't want you to share it's mine, because I don't want people to just come because it's mine. And I'm like, and then you did it, and I'm like, Go for it.
I'm not mad that people did it.
No.
I was just kind of like, just do your thing and fester, and like that's
Yeah.
all I was gonna let it do.
He
But
just
it's
didn't
okay.
want people to know it was him right away, just
Whatever.
so people would come because it's him.
Yeah, pretty much. It's whatever.
Well, too bad.
I'm not mad about it.
I
I'm
found
not mad
out.
about
I found out and I shared it. I don't care.
it. That's fair. Yes,
I
it's
gave,
called
I
Man
gave
of
it
Worms.
5
Yeah.
stars
Magic
today. I gave it
Thank
5
you.
stars on Spotify today. So there
Thank
you
you.
go. There you go. Yeah. So make sure to check out Dan's Magic the Gathering podcast. Is it? It's Man of Worm, right?
Man a
Yes.
worm, because he
So-
loves the worms.
Yep, it's a reference to an old mechanic that they don't even use anymore in Magic.
Yeah. If you want to know the ins and outs of different packs or different series that are going on right now, or just kind of stories that are or news that's coming out about Magic the Gathering, Man of Worm is the place to go.
We're getting there.
Yeah. So I just have to remember when we do our show that I let you shout it out every episode.
Heck yeah.
But I think that's about it, guys. I don't know. I'm probably forgetting something, but you know what? It's a live stream. Oh, God. But it's a live stream, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the premiere a while back. Glad we could get both things done in the same night, not overlap them. Good job, planner. Just me. Dan's
You're the man, dude. You make it all happen.
We're headbutting each other over here trying to pick up the same thing.
But yeah, seriously, thank you, everybody. This is your support. Seriously, is the reason why we keep doing this. And seriously, just having one person say that they enjoyed an episode, or anything, or just not even listening to the episode, but just sharing it on social media, it means a lot, because the crazy thing is we started this as a hobby, and I wasn't expecting anything out of it. I just did it because it's fun. And now we are close to 40,000 downloads.
Sweet.
So that's pretty crazy. Like, I was just nowhere near where I was expecting it to be. And yes, there are podcasts out there that do the same thing that are getting way more than that. But you know what? Okay, that's cool. I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. And we're doing what we're doing, and we're having fun with it. And that's what matters. Seriously, because we're not getting paid. We're not getting paid for this. This is our free time, just having fun talking movies. If we didn't want to do it, we just stop. But we're having too much fun.
Adult conversation.
Yeah, exactly. We're having too much fun talking about movies, and I'm not gonna ever turn down the opportunity to talk about movies. So
thank you for giving me a place to say stupid shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
It's good times. I appreciate it. For you, Parker, and everybody.
To a degree, and so
Yeah.
some of them are still on the cutting room floor. You could actually, I could probably grab one. I'm just kidding.
You sweep that shit up.
Yeah.
There's a couple of times where he's like, I gotta cut that.
All right, what time is that at? All right.
Yep.
Yep, that's right. I gotta tread the line. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan Angelo of DNA Gaming. And this has been another Dissect That Film Live. We'll see you all again on the next one. Bye. Bye, chat. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, chat.